Hello, and no, YouTube. So I made this hat, the minion, and I am making a pair of booties to go with it. So I'm actually going to put a little eyeball on the shoe, similar to this one. So I'm going to do a little tutorial on how I do my eyeballs. So I use black yarn for the center. I'm going to be using a 5.5 millimeter hook eye. And basically everything is the same process as starting the hat. So you take the yarn, you're going to make your slip stitch. Your what is this called? Your slip knot. You're going to take your needle, put it through that slip knot, yarn over, bring that yarn through, yarn over, bring the yarn through, yarn over, bring the yarn through. So you're going to chain 3. You're going to yarn over, go into that first stitch, pull that yarn out, yarn over, bring through all 3. So I have double crochet into that first loop, and I'm going to do that 10 times. So that was 1. Move that working yarn over. So that's 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So you have one what is this, black circle, and you want to pull that yarn where you have that extra piece just to tighten that circle, and then you are going to bring that needle, don't yarn over, bring the needle through this next stitch here. See, and you're going to basically slip stitch through that. So you just bring the yarn through both. So that's a slip stitch. Actually, I'm going to add, I want to put some white around it. So I'm going to take out that slip stitch, and I'm going to go back into where that is, and I am going to take this white yarn. I'm going to go back in to slip stitch, but instead of grabbing that black yarn, we're going to change the color to white. And to do that, you follow the same process as if you were going to do that slip stitch. You take that white yarn, you put it on the hook, and you bring that yarn through as if you were going to do the slip stitch. So again, remember the needle was already here, as if you were going to go in for another stitch, or to slip stitch, or to do another single crochet or double crochet or whatever. So you go in through that loop, and where you normally would yarn over and bring that black through, you're going to attach the white yarn, and you're going to pull the white yarn through both loops, and you just change colors. You want to leave some of that white yarn just so it'll be, you won't pull it all the way through, and you just take the black yarn that was already there and you just pull it tight, and you can pull that white yarn, the excess pieces, and make it tighter. And you're going to chain 2, 1, 2. You're going to yarn over, go back into that same loop. There. So yarn over, go back into that same loop, yarn over, bring that through. You'll have 3 hooks, 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over and bring through all 3. And you are going to go make one half double crochet in each loop around, into each stitch around. Yarn over, go on to the next loop, bring it through. Yarn over, go on to the next chain, bring it through. And you're just going to keep doing that until you get all the way around. Yarn over into the stitch, bring it through. 3 loops, bring through all 3. Excuse me. Yarn over, bring it through all 3. Yarn over, go in the next stitch, bring it through. Yarn over, bring through all 3. Yarn over, go into the next stitch, bring it through. Yarn over, bring it through all 3. Yarn over, go into the last stitch. Yarn over, bring it through all 3. Now, you're going to do the same. I just clipped the ends. You're going to now add gray. And gray is that, if you ever notice on the movie, they have on these little binocular looking things. Now, I add blue to mine because I like, I think they had blue eyes. They also had brown eyes. If you want to use brown, it's up to you. So then I actually go into the top of where I made that chain 2 initially. I'm going to go back into that to do another slip stitch. But this time I'm changing the color again. And this time it's going to be gray. So I bring that yarn through. And I just pull it to tighten it, the white and the gray. And I'm going to chain 2. And then yarn over. Go back into that same loop. Yarn over, bring through all 3. Yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over, bring through all 3. And you're going to do that again all the way around, just as you did with the white. And then when you start to do 1 instead of adding the increase, basically that's when you get that turn look. So it starts to just layer upon layer of itself. So it gives it that kind of 3D effect, so that it looks like a goggle. See how it goes forward and it's not flat. It looks raised, which is what I'm looking for, because I want it to look as if the minion is wearing glasses. And if you want it like that, if not, then you can go ahead and keep adding when I did the black, and then I went to the white for the hat, I did 2 half double crochets in each stitch to do the extension, to make it well, it's not called an extension, it's like called increase, to make it bigger. So increase. So to finish it off, I'm going to go back into the top of where I made the chain 2, and I'm basically just going to slip stitch, and then I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to pull that yarn all the way through, and you're basically going to weave in all these ends with a tapestry needle, needle. And I am going to sew this eyeball on the shoe here, like that. So it'll look like a little minion. I'll press pause and then I'll attach it, and then I'll come back so you guys can see what it looks like. Also, okay, so I just attached the eyeball. I'm sewing it on with the tapestry needle. And I have a lot of yarn extra. So I like this look. you see how it has that little, almost like a twinkle in the eye? So to do that, I bring the yarn through the black portion, bring the white yarn through the black portion of it, the eyeball, and then I sew it over instead of sewing around so you don't see the color through it. You know, you usually just go around the white of the eye, and then I go through it twice so that you can actually see it, because I don't double the yarn. I just leave it like that, the two pieces or whatever. So I bring it through, and then you have that little accent there. And then to attach the rest of it, the rest of the eye, I basically just follow around the inside of the eye where the white is, so that it doesn't mess up the color in the other portions of the eyeball. So again, I'm going to finish this and then I'll come back. There's your minion booty to match your minion hat. How cute is that? I'll do a tutorial eventually on how to make the little booties. Pretty cute. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and like the video. Thanks.